I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Damn right, Bill O'Reilly. The fucking thing does suck, and I didn't even move my microphone stand over, and I'm a complete fucking disaster today. Don't mind me. Nicole, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. I like that. I like when you're good.
Yay.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and everyone and everything in between. FUBAR Weekly Show, Tuesday, the 2nd of July. Believe that shit? We're in July already.
We're more than halfway through the year.
Yeah.
That depresses me a little bit.
How's your 2019 been so far?
2019.
Right.
Is that what they say?
I
No.
don't know who the fuck they are or why they would say that, but okay.
Well, my goal this year, I had a New Year's resolution, was to create a new costume every month.
Okay, how's that going?
I skipped like 2 months, but for the most part, I'm doing a lot better. And what I
Okay.
skipped, I've been like making up in like performances and stuff.
My New Year's resolution this year was to go balls to the wall.
How so? Like in your career?
No, like legitimately, I just want to put my balls on a wall somewhere, and it worked, and it was cool and refreshing.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It's always nice when you achieve your goals. How's everybody doing out there? Davey Wavy is watching. Lexi, Ron, Dennis, what's up, everybody? Dennis Newman Show, everybody. Make sure you check that shit out. Check that shit out. Dennis is a hell of a guy. Great show he's got there. Great studio. People there are nice. He's nice. Watch his fucking show or I'll break your fucking legs, all right?
No legs breaking allowed.
No.
Not right now.
Nicole, you realize you just shared the show to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just check them.
Covering my bases.
Yeah, whatever. So, America's birthday's coming up. 2 days.
Yeah, are you coming to my barbecue?
I don't know. I didn't get invited.
You're just supposed to say what barbecue?
What barbecue?
The one where I put my meat on your grill.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's my favorite joke. Next to that's my favorite seasonal joke next to the lesbian vampires joke.
What's your lesbian vampires joke?
What does one lesbian vampire say to the other?
I don't know.
See you next month.
Ah!
Do you know how many times I've told that to guys and they have to sit there and think about it? And think about it.
How
And think about it.
How do vampires recycle tampons?
Tea.
Tea bags. It's disgusting and horrible. Is that
Valerie?
Valerie?
Yes.
All right. So yeah. Yeah, I don't have much prepared for tonight. I figure we'll just shoot the shit and go with the flow, as they say.
I have about 10 random topics if you'd like to run through them.
Okay, I have a couple things I want to talk about.
Okay, good.
We'll get to that. We'll do my couple, then we'll do your couple,
Okay,
and then we'll have a good show. It'll be a good time.
I take it.
So the first thing is, I definitely want to thank Zobo69. First name Zobo, last name 69. I love that. That's awesome. For putting me on his show this past Sunday night at Coconuts. Again, with this, Tampa comedy shows being empty rooms, it hurts. It hurts my feelings and shit.
There was not a lot of
Not a lot of
members.
people, and for that place, there's no reason why it. I came up with a couple reasons why it was pretty much empty. But it kind of sucks because it's a great location. I mean, it's like a really fucking good location.
Do you think exclusively, this is just a matter of opinion, I want to see where you stand on it. Do you think that exclusively comedy clubs are like a dying art?
No, definitely not. Because nowadays, with the way media is, not just social media, but media in general, you need to have a place that is dedicated to basically one thing. People have such a short ass attention span that, if you're going to have comedy in another venue, you need to have a social media presence with it. You need to be out there and promoting it. And that's been my bitch about everything all the time. Hey, mama, your mom's watching.
Hey, mom.
That's been my biggest gripe is lack of people pushing and hustling. And what really bothered me, and again, I really like that place. I've never been there. I've never been to Coconuts before. It is a great place, right on St. Pete Beach. It's right across from the Tradewinds Resort. It is a great location. There's no reason why that place should be empty on any night they have comedy. However, I had people Googling where it was, and it says they're closed. Said they were closed that night. You click on the website, and the only thing for the show we had was a tiny little picture that you couldn't even expand. You had to zoom in on, and it was blurry as shit by the time you zoomed in on it.
That sucks.
So, yeah, the people producing the show are really the primary, the ones primarily responsible for promoting it. But the club needs to fucking do it. The bar needs to. The venue that's having the show needs to do their part. I mean, they're making money on food and beverage sales. So if nobody shows up, they're fucking losing out too.
What kind of? You said it's on St. Pete Beach. I
Yeah.
have never been. I've been to St. Pete Beach. I have never been to.
It's right across. You got the hotels on one side of the road.
Yeah.
It's right opposite, right on the side, on the main drag, whatever the fuck that road's called.
Yeah, I feel you.
Right there. I mean, we went out and we were barking, and I think it was too little too late at that point. But there's no reason why that place should ever be empty.
And there's so many. That's a touristy area as well.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You should. Well, not you. Whoever's in charge. I feel like to make a deal with like some of the hotels in the area would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm not good.
You know,
I'm not good at this.
I don't. Well, no. I mean, you are good at that. And I don't know. What do you guys have planned for the 4th? We'll get to that in a minute. In a minute, Dennis. But that is a good question. It's right there, and there's no reason. And you know, the lack of promotion, and you know, comedians not really pushing it, and it's like, come the fuck on, people. You're sitting on a gold mine. Really, you're sitting on a fucking gold mine. So that's my gripe. That's my bitch. It was a great show, though. Had a good time. Dennis, to some degree, especially with a band, you know, a band needs to have a following. People want to come to see the band. You know, very rare are you going to get somebody that's like, you know, especially with comedy. As soon as you have start an open mic and there's people sitting eating, they're fucking gone. They're not sticking around. So bands should have a following, but at the same time, the venue needs to promote. You know, after all, it's their place, it's their reputations. It just blows my fucking mind.
I started a watch party.
Me too. Yay!
I don't know what's the difference
Neither do I.
but it's there.
I think it like attracts people.
Yeah.
Mike DeRocher, what's going on, bro? Hope everything's well up there. Looks like the hand healing good. So Dennis, what am I doing on the 4th? Funny you ask. I may have been a little bit of a dick in my neighborhood and kind of tried to give my neighbor a giant middle finger, which kind of backfired a little bit. Just a little bit. I kind of let my backyard like completely go, and he bitched to the county. So I have a county inspector coming to take a look at my backyard, make sure everything's good and passes muster on Friday. So I got a bunch of work to do between now and then. But Friday morning, I'll be going to my son's marching band parade. He's marching in 4th of July parade with the marching band. And then I'm going to burn some meat and drink some Jack Daniels. I'm here because of Nicole's invite, and we're glad that you're here.
Who said that?
Lilabelle Quintrell.
Hey, Lila Bell, how are you?
And yeah, hi.
we got a couple of viewers. Shannon's here too.
Which Shannon?
My friend Shannon, who
Okay.
you've never met, but she's very cool.
You said Shannon's here too, like it's somebody. I'm like, hey, what's up, Shannon? Long time no see. How are you, girl?
Well, she's
Is
pretty.
it okay? It is
yeah.
a girl. All right, because Shannon can also be a boy's name. I know.
This is definitely a girl.
Okay, cool.
She's definitely a girl.
Okay, cool. What's up, Shannon? Thanks for listening. So yeah, that's my plan for the 4th of July. What do you plan on doing, Nicole?
I am working at the Bellagio during the day.
Nice.
And then doing a glitter tattoo face painting gig at an event.
Is it a private event?
No, it's like a city event, but I'm not 100% sure on where it is yet.
Okay. All right, that's fine. It's fair enough. Because I want to go get my face all glittery, face painted.
It's at Julian B. Lane Riverfront Park.
Where the fuck that is? What city is it in?
Tampa.
Oh,
33606.
that's actually not too. It's Rocky Point Island.
Okay. And I will be there from 6 to 9 p.m. painting glittery face tattoos.
There you go.
Yeah. So come to Julian B. Lane Riverfront Park on Thursday, July 4th, if you don't have anything to do this 4th of July.
Yeah, and get your face all glittery, face paint tattooed-ish thing.
Yeah.
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 What is everybody out there in listener land? What are you guys doing this 4th of July?
I just can't wait
For what?
to say that joke 100 more times between now and Thursday.
The 4th of July is actually my favorite holiday, like my favorite day of the year.
It's one of mine too because I have a love affair with pyromania.
Nice. Holly's like, oh, hey, that's where we're working. Oh, yeah, balloons. I guess.
Yeah, Holly.
Some balloons.
Yeah, I'm gonna be face painting. I didn't know that you were gonna be there, Holly, but that's cool. I'll see you then. I'm very excited for that.
Well, who are you doing it with?
Holly's the one who got me the gig, but
Okay.
I don't know who I'm doing it with.
All right, cool. I just need to keep the fucking story in line because.
Happy birthday to Lexi Rand.
Happy birthday, Lexi. Happy birthday, Lexi. Happy birthday, Murica. I plan on spending the day in jail. Dennis, if I didn't know any better, I'd ask what you were planning on doing to get there. But I know what you're planning on doing to get there. You're going to drive.
Let's trade explosion, children, fireworks stories.
Hang on. Mike DeRocher's got the best plan for the day. He's painting dicks on all his passed out friends.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Just like the old days, Mikey. Just like the old days.
I'm going to be painting on people too.
Yeah, I'm going to
preferably not dicks.
I'm going to be annoying the fuck out of my wife because that's what I do. I mean, snakes. Oh, snakes. One-eyed snakes. One-eyed snakes. One-eyed snakes. Yeah. So 4th of July was always like my favorite holiday, if you will, because it's not really a holiday, but it's America's birthday, so it's not a religious holiday. But then again, for some it could be a religious experience. But just like it makes me think back to like when I was a kid, and I told you to do that before.
Sorry.
Come on, you want a tissue, napkin, something?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna eat it.
That's all right. Hey man, build your immune system. But it 4th of July reminds me back, when I was a kid, and we would alternate spending holidays either at my house or my uncle's house, and kind of switcheroo back and forth. Especially if the holiday was a weekend, like one day would be there, one day would be at my house, and just spending time with the cousins and having fun and listening to oldies like 50s, 60s music on WCBS FM 101 FM in New York. Cousin Brucey. It was just, like 4th of July makes me think of that. So I got to grill some meat, eat some watermelon, and, just enjoy my day.
Did you say grill some watermelon?
No, grill some meat and eat some watermelon.
Oh.
I'll grill watermelon. I want to do that. I want to smoke that watermelon, like make it.
I do too.
Like the watermelon ham, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
that looks good.
I want to do that too.
That looks good. What's so you're doing that? So you guys don't do really anything for 4th of July?
My 4th of July is different every year.
Okay.
Sometimes I end up working. Sometimes I end up doing nothing. A couple of years ago, me and Mike sat on the roof of our house listening to Hispanic music, eating Indian food, watching fireworks, and I thought that was super American.
Now, I've been to your house, and there's a lot of trees around. I mean,
my old house.
Okay, I was going to say.
So we used to sit on our old roof.
Okay.
Our old house. So.
Okay. I would go up on my roof, but I'm afraid of heights. If anybody could believe that.
Really?
As tall as I am. I had to do a building walkthrough, and I was up on like a 3rd floor. And where this building was, imagine the building is long ways left to right as you're standing. So I'm up on the 3rd floor. The building is long ways to my left and my right. And in front of me is a glass, like half wall, and then like an open from the ground floor all the way up. It's open. I couldn't walk near the railing because it was glass and I could see through it, and it made my butthole pucker up.
There's a walkway like that in my middle school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And one day these kids got into a fight on that like balcony pathway thing. And I was just envisioning them breaking the glass, but it didn't happen. So
Mike, man, I read that, and at first I thought you were going to say grilled penis is good. But no, you were going for grilled pineapple is good. Grilled pineapple is fucking amazing.
Grilled pineapple is fucking amazing.
I make a burger. So it's a fresh made, homemade, usually home ground beef burger patty. Pineapple, ham, and pepper jack cheese.
That sounds great.
It's fucking delicious. A little sriracha mayo on that thing.
Sriracha mayo?
Sriracha mayo.
Is that just sriracha and mayo mixed together?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I didn't know if it was like a fancy brand of sriracha mayo or something.
It's sriracha and mayo. Cock sauce only. Don't come at me with that cheap ass sriracha stuff. It's got to be the one in the clear bottle that looks like it's a red bottle, but it's actually a clear bottle with the cock on it, the big fucking rooster. Because everybody likes cock sauce.
The that same brand that makes some chili paste comes in a little screw container.
Yep.
I love those screw containers for everything to save everything.
Well, they make sambal olik or sambal olik, whatever, and then the chili garlic. sauce, which is they're both in those little jar with the green caps.
You know what Mike found the other day in some Asian mart we were in? It comes in like a tub that almost looks like the same type of tub that like baby wipes with that little like snapping lid.
Okay.
But it's chili paste.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like we made some soup broth and some sauces and stuff out of it. It's pretty good.
So do you know what's gray and comes in pints? An elephant.
What?
I said, what's gray and comes in pints?
I don't get the pints part. Why does it come in pints?
Because it's a big animal. Needs a lot.
Oh, comes in pints.
Jesus Christ. Seriously, Nicole.
Sorry.
Come on, slacking. You tell me the meat on your grill thing, and you couldn't even get the elephant jizz joke. Anyway.
I'm going to tell you another joke.
Yes.
I think I told you a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to tell you again.
Tell me.
It said the baby elephant, not baby elephant. Sorry, I started the joke wrong. Starting over. the
so
baby
a mollusk walks up to a sea cucumber.
The whale, the baby whale asks his dad, "Where do babies come from?" And the whale says, "I'll tell you later." And then
you're welcome. Yeah.
Why can't I stop laughing?
do you know what an usik is?
No. Yes, but no. I don't know. Tell me.
It's either yes or no. Jesus.
No, I've heard the word, but I can't think of what it is.
Okay, an usik is like an Alaskan, like a native Alaskan, like good luck thing that you hang in your house. It's a decorative thing.
Okay.
It's a bone from a whale's penis. It actually has a bone in it.
You know, baculum. You know what baculum is?
Is that no? Wait, I do, but remind me. I know. I'm thinking ambergris.
No, it's a raccoon penis.
Okay.
And people like to make jewelry out of them because of how they're shaped.
That is weird.
And I saw a guy wearing a baculum on his necklace, and I was like, "Hey, nice baculum." And he just like stared at me for a minute, and then he was like, "You're welcome," or "Thanks," whatever the fuck he said. And his friend who was with him was just like, "What? What?" And I was just like, "I'm talking about your dick bone."
But an usik, I mean, it looks like it's like an elephant's tusk. It's just a long, thin bone.
Okay.
But it's a whale's penile bone.
I think it's interesting that most other mammals have penis bones.
Yeah.
I just find it amusing.
Penis bones.
Penile.
Penis bones, people.
Who's this?
Who's what?
Oh, I was seeing who's still watching. My dad's still watching too.
All right, so we're talking about got Nicole's dad watching, and we're talking about whale dicks. Oh shit, Matty Shady Collins, Roger, Matty, what's up? Good day, mate. Was the first thing I seriously heard raccoon penis? Yes, yes, it was. Unfortunately, we do not have dingoes here in America, so raccoon penis.
We don't have dingoes
No.
at all.
No,
there's not even like a wild.
I mean, there might be
Appalachian dingo.
No, dingoes are exclusively an Australian thing, like koala bears.
I want one as a pet.
What, a koala bear?
No, a dingo and a kangaroo. I know we weren't talking about kangaroos, but as long as we're on the topic, I want a kangaroo and a dingo as a pet.
All right,
I could mail me one, Maddie, please. 2 of them.
You do realize that everything that lives native to Australia will try and kill you, right?
That's why it's my friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You will next April. I'm the dingo. Oh, shit. That's your new nickname, Maddie. You're the dingo. Maddie is now the dingo. You know what's funny? Tell Nicole to. What? Tell Nicole to what?
Tell Nicole to mail myself a dingo.
Look ding up. Oh, tell Nicole to look dingo up. Okay, look to see if there are dingoes in America.
Oh, I see. Oh, Marie
apparently
Williams
next April there will be
dingoes in America. I don't want to. I left my watch party.
That's okay. I still got mine going on.
I'm just gonna ask Google.
It's going strong.
To see what Google says. Are there dingoes in America?
It's not saying anything.
Oh, it was on silent.
Oh, good, because silent is good.
According to animals, mom.me, like the kangaroo and koala bear, the dingo is strongly identified with his Australian homeland. Beyond Australia, this wild dog is found across Southeast Asia, including Thailand, Laos, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Borneo.
All right, there's our lesson.
There are no true dingoes in the U.S. You'll need to visit a zoo to see a real specimen. It
Ooh.
continues on.
It's not new. Hyacinth has called me her dingo since day one. Okay, fair enough. I was told baby looked like one. It's not new. Hyacinth has told me. That's me. That's my voice. My sexy, buttery baritone.
I did have a dog that looked like a dingo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what my mom probably said.
Nice.
Oh, I don't care about you, Bixby, bitch. Sorry.
So, as former British subjects, Maddie, you should wish America a happy birthday. I'm just fucking with them. Oh man, I think I got an eyelash in my eye. So, Maddie, what are you doing for the 4th of July? Probably nothing. It seems like people have just given up on what the meaning of July. Well, I mean that's actually kind of sad. And a commentary to the he's in Australia. He doesn't give a fuck about the 4th of July.
That's what I was gonna say.
I know. That's why I'm like just being a dick. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's probably working because it's a weekday. I mean, Jesus. But it's like even here in America, it's like 4th of July, President's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, Veterans Day. They're all reasons to get like good deals on mattresses and cars. Nobody gives a fuck about what they mean, and that hurts me. It hurts me deep.
You should go live on Thursday and do a nice little speech about that.
Okay, so 4th of July is America's birthday, but what happened on July 4th? Why is it July 4th?
Okay, I'm going to try to remember because it wasn't the signing of the Declaration because that happened like a week or like a month ago or something. It happened like a year ago. A year ago from 4th of July.
Okay.
And then it was a battle. I'm not showing a very good citizenship right now. I don't know. Enlighten me. Tell me. Because I forgot. And I used to know this and now I don't. It was not the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one's people to dissolve it was the Declaration of Independence. It wasn't really the signing. It was when they wrote the Declaration of Independence.
I was close.
That was when it was officially adopted. It took a while for it to be signed because not everybody was actually there.
Right.
So it
that's
had to
why
get passed around.
That's why like John Hancock's signature is so big because he was the first one to sign it.
But the most important words in this document still hold true today, and we lose sight of it. And we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We forget the meaning of the day. And to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That's another thing we forget, is them bitches work for us.
If you're feeling patriotic and bored on the 4th of July, you should read the Declaration of Independence for all to hear.
Make me a cheap powdered wig.
Okay. I mean, you want white?
You got a white wig and make it look like it's one of them fancy ass powdered wigs that the
yes
elder statesman wore.
Yes.
I'll pull together the rest of the costume or make it, fudge it from the chest up. And I will read it.
Okay.
I'll go live.
I'll build you an ascot.
I'll go live and I'll give you guys my best impression of a John Hancock, if you know what I mean. David Bradley cares, and that's why I love you, David Bradley. Maddie, I am so fucking sorry to hear that. I'm going to 2 funerals, he says. That's right. And he says, I do give a fuck about the 4th. I know you do, Maddie, and I know actually a lot of your fellow countrymen do. There's actually, from what I've experienced in my life, I have family that lives in Australia, and it seems to be a very good relationship between us and the Aussies. And I love them. And I want to fucking wreck Kylie Minogue like you have no idea.
Just her? Because she's from Australia?
Yeah, she's like one of the few hot female. Well, Nicole Kidman, that's right. Yeah, but Tom Cruise is already all up in that stank. And
I don't care for him. He's
like, I don't want to catch Scientology. Fucking lend him your pink wig.
That's what I was thinking about. I have a pink and white wig.
Yeah, but the pink kind of throws it off.
I
It's not
know.
very.
Just turn on the grayscale
There you
on
go.
your camera.
I'll just do it. I'll do it from my fucking recording booth, so it's all dark. You can barely see it.
Oh, that wouldn't work though because my pink wig has like flowers and stuff stuck in it. It's very Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, but I want more like
I know, you
want
want a
more. I want
powdered
more
wig.
Ben Franklin than Mary Antoinette. All right. And didn't Mary Antoinette get beheaded?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to end up like that. I want to get head, not give head. You know what I mean? But then again, anyway, you guys are fucking perverts. Seriously, something wrong with you.
You should have the viewers Q&A us.
Yeah,
They give the Q's and we give the A's.
yeah. We got all right. We got a bunch of people watching. Ask us anything. Here's an AMA action. We got some July 4th AMA action. Ask us anything or ask me anything. Ask Nicole anything. If it's directed to a specific person, make sure
you say it. Yeah.
I doubt Tom Cruise even touched her. Oh, I'm sure he did. I mean, I don't know. Tom Cruise is an American treasure. A pirate needs to bury him. Arr, me matey. Arr. I did a voice audition for a pirate.
Which one?
A pirate.
Charlie Roger.
No, it just said a pirate. It wasn't- yeah.
A pirate.
It's like, oh, hey, matey, I guess you'd be walking the plank or something like that. I forget what exactly it was.
September 19th is National Talk Like a Pirate Day every year. So you best believe I take that holiday very seriously.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
The C.
That's right.
That's
Thanks for fucking it up. Come on, AMA, ask me anything. What you got? Ask Nicole anything. Ask both of us anything. Whatever you want to know.
Roger, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Because your mom's not listening.
Even if she is, I don't give a shit.
What's something your mom doesn't know to this day?
What's something my mom doesn't know? I got to be careful because there's a lot of things I don't want anybody to fucking know. Really, aside, there's nothing my mother doesn't know that I wouldn't say here. I guess so. There's like, I've been pretty open in my life about her, about things.
All right.
I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything. Yeah, I can't think of anything that my mother doesn't know that I'd be willing to share in front of everybody because I've done some weird shit.
No worries.
How did Roger end up in Tampa? That's a great story. Tell Hyacinth I said hi. She's awesome. So your mom says, how did I end up in Tampa? Really not a very interesting story, but I'll drop it on you anyway. My brother's, it was his girlfriend at the time, now his wife. She went to UT and University of Tampa, and he moved down here after she graduated. She got a job as a teacher. He moved down here in 2006. I came down in August, the beginning of August 2011. And I was at the pool in his community. We were in the pool drinking beers, and we're talking about just house prices and stuff. And like the market was way down, ridiculously down. So I figured we'll start looking. And then, like I said, this is the beginning of August. First weekend in September, I came down here. Me and my wife actually both came down here to look at houses. We signed a contract then, and we closed on October 15th. So in a span of 2.5 months, I went from concept to buy a house in Florida to actually signing my life away. And you know, I like the area. I really like Tampa. It's a good city. It needs some direction. There's so much potential here. It's ridiculous. Somebody just needs to harness that power. And one of the reasons why I wanted to move to Florida is because I fucking hate snow. I kind of miss it a little bit, but then I realized like shoveling it sucks. So fuck that noise. I'll go and visit. But I really like it here. I like the area. I'm close enough to beaches and water. To me, being around water is a big thing. I grew up on an island, so I need water. I need that salt air.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I realized that recently.
That you need the salt air. It's good for you.
Yeah.
It's good for your pores.
Good for your pores.
Good for your soul.
Good for your skin.
Yeah.
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 So
there you go. Anybody else got questions? Ask questions. Ask me questions. Ask what you want. What you really, really want.
Would you eat pickle pops?
That's just the pickle juice. I have actually. I've had homemade pickle pops. I've drank my daughter drinks pickle juice. Like she'll just pick up the jar. And
Well, I just like pickle juice, but those are meant to be. Well, it says eat them frozen or unfrozen.
Yeah.
I've never seen them frozen. I've eaten pickle juice, multiple times, but I've never seen it frozen. I didn't know that was a thing.
Dennis says he can't wait to leave New York. Dennis, I can't blame you, but stick around and get that fucking pension, boy. It's be so worth it to stick out those 20 or 25, whatever the fuck you gotta do now. He's a public service employee. Dealer in antiquities. Actually, he's a babysitter for the state, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean. Yeah, Dennis. I keep bringing back. You're old enough, and you lived on Long Island. If you remember Bob Matherson, the owner of the Oak Beach Inn. For any of you who have ever enjoyed a Long Island iced tea, that's the bar where it was invented. The Oak Beach Inn, or the OBI. Owner of the place, a guy named Bob Matherson. He used to run because he was always clashing with the town and with the county, and he used to run advertising campaigns. He had planes with banners behind them. He had radio ads, television ads, billboards saying "Get out of New York before it's too late." And I mean that holds up true. Get the fuck out of New York as soon as you can. I know some people can't leave right away, but get the fuck out. It's turned into a goddamn cesspool. Most expensive place in the country to live is Nassau and Suffolk counties on Long Island, and the roads are shit. It's just everything's dirty, everything's gross. The people are assholes, except for you, Dennis. You're cool, and anybody else from Long Island that's currently listening at this moment, you're cool. Everybody else, suck a dick. It's so expensive. Like everything is so fucking expensive. A pack of cigarettes in New York City is $17.
What?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's enough to make nobody want to smoke.
Seriously. Well, that was their idea, but people still fucking buy it. People still fucking smoke. Everything is just, it's so ridiculous. Gas is expensive. Matta, what's up?
What are the vaping laws in New York? Because some places treat it like smoking and some places don't.
Get away from big cities. Those will become kill zones when the ish hits the fan. That's right. That is correct. David is correct. You're a smart man, David. Yeah. Get out of the city. You're right. Get out of the cities. How you doing, Matta? Long time no see. She came to my show in New York. She's cool. She's cool peeps. Cool peeps. She got wasted. We all got wasted. In a bar with a giant inflatable dick. That's just how we roll. I'm not kidding.
I know. I saw the photos.
I know. It was awesome. I want one. I wanted to draw a face on it. I couldn't find a Sharpie. I wanted to draw a face on it. But, that's how it goes.
Do you know that somebody I know that we both know, I'm not going to say who it is because it's like borderline vandalism. She carries a Sharpie with her everywhere. So when she sees a bathroom that has graffiti, she adds to graffiti, but it's always positive stuff.
Really?
Like, you're beautiful and like, have a great day. And like, she adds positive graffiti. Write
down who this is because that's awesome. That's like the coolest concept. I just want to know. I'm not going to say it out loud. Oh, okay. You just held it up to the camera.
Sorry, they can't see that far.
No, they can't.
They can see
but that's
that far.
Awesome. That is awesome.
I think that.
What is the most foul tasting meal you've ever eaten? Oh God, I've had a few.
Who asked that?
Your mom.
Foul tasting meal?
Yeah, so don't say anything about when you were growing up because she'll hit you with a shoe from where she is. Seriously. I don't know if I've actually ever had like a foul tasting meal, like the whole thing sucked. I always try to find the positive and everything, especially when it comes to food. But I've definitely had meals that were not good. And mainly, like if somebody invites me over for dinner and the food sucks, it's like, to me, it's no big deal. Just deal with it. But there are certain things to me are completely unforgivable, such as cooking a beautiful piece of prime rib to fucking well done, to where it's like dry ass shoe leather and you have to like drink something while you eat it just to have enough lubrication in your throat to swallow it. And I've had that before. So things like that are just that. And I'll fucking throw it out there because I don't think the people that would be involved will be listening, because as soon as I say what it was, at the same meal as the completely overdone prime rib, somebody there decided they were going to make garlic mashed potatoes without actually cooking the garlic. So there were huge chunks of raw garlic in the mashed potatoes.
I
Now,
can't.
I like garlic. I mean,
I'd be okay with that probably, honestly.
no, it was because it was raw garlic. Big chunks of raw garlic are very bitter, and it just wasn't pleasant.
It's not a meal that I've had, but I was at somebody's house for Thanksgiving once, and they made it looked like a meatball, but it wasn't. It was made of like cheese puffs.
Okay.
What do you call it? Like Cheetos or whatever?
Okay.
It was like that, but like mixed with meat and like other stuff. It was like some sort of like stoner.
Kind of sounds good.
It was weird. It was very mushy and undercooked, and like for how much like stuff was in it, it didn't have a lot of flavor, which was very strange.
Yeah. Your mom says no, she's made some really bad. I've made some really bad meals. Actually, probably one of my biggest disappointments was something that was like so hyped up to be so good, and it just ended up being inedible. Was a thing, and that was the very first version I made. I did according to a recipe, and it was called a bacon explosion. Basically, you take you fry up a pound of bacon. You'll crumble that. Then you take another pound and you make a basket weave of the bacon. So you got a square mat of woven raw bacon. You lay out Italian sausage meat over the square. You crumble up the cooked bacon with some seasoning, and then you roll it. So you end up having like a bacon wrapped sausage meatloaf that's stuffed with bacon, and it sounds good. And then you smoke it. It came out looking so beautiful. The bacon was nice, and you glaze it with sauce, and it looked so fucking good. And it ended up just being so super salty you could not eat it.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And now the further iterations of it, they never came out looking as good, but they were less salty because what I did was I made my own sausage meat and didn't add salt to it.
Okay.
So it had all the other spices for Italian sausage except salt.
Okay.
And that tamed it a little bit, but it way salty. I'm going to see if I can pull up a picture. What about you, Nicole?
Of what?
Bad things you've eaten.
Oh, other than the weird cheese balls.
Cheese doesn't have balls. It comes from female cows.
I was really unimpressed when I ate a fried Oreo.
They're good. I mean, and I've experienced tons of things like that. And there are actually a few things I will not eat, and I've tried all of it. There's nothing I'll say I won't eat that I haven't tried except for one thing. But things I will not eat liver of any kind at all, ever. It just grosses me out. Most organ meats gross me out. I won't eat veal or foie gras for moral reasons. I don't think that cows should be treated like that before they're slaughtered for food. You should give it some sort of a life, not keep it chained down so it can't stand up. To me, that's fucked up.
There's nothing off the top of my head that I can think of that I won't eat. I can tell you a couple of things that I don't like. I don't like pumpkin pie. I think it's disgusting.
I don't like pumpkin. I don't like pumpkin anything. I don't like pumpkin spice anything.
I like roasted pumpkin.
Look at that.
Looks like a little baby pig just wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know a pig is wrapped in bacon, but
yeah, let me drop back down. I'll show the peeps. I'll show the people what I'm talking about. I'm gonna wait for it to load. Hang on. Oh shit. Just yanking stuff. All right. I don't know if you can see that. I gotta wait. I gotta wait for it to. If you could see that, if you could see what's going on my screen right there. Actually, I can go do it this. There we go. All right. So that is the bacon explosion.
I'll tell you if you can see it right now.
What's that?
Oh.
Well, no, I changed to the.
Oh, I gotcha.
YouTube view. So that's the bacon explosion.
I'm not looking forward to that part of the video.
I'm like stuck on. Oh, what's going on? I may have to readjust that. What's going on? Oh, hang on. I got to readjust again. Anyway, so what the fuck?
What happened?
Oh no.
What?
Okay, we are still live.
Yes. I see us.
Oh shit, that's why. Okay. Whew. Holy fuck, I almost had a heart attack. Because I'm looking and the only web page I had open was the page I had with the meat, and I thought I took us offline. I did not. There we are. I can see us. Holy shit. Matt Shady Collins, sorry I had to step out. I had a phone call. Now coming back to bacon. Better than raccoon penis. That's true. No, cheese doesn't have balls, but balls have cheese. True. And then you cover them in nuts. Go for week with that.
Would you eat a penis of an animal?
I would eat anything. I would at least try just about any food once, regardless of how great. I've tried mountain oysters. They're okay.
I've had balls too.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about what you do in your spare time. I mean, your parents are listening. What the
They
fuck?
were goat balls.
They were goat balls.
Yeah, it didn't taste bad.
No.
It tasted like balls, like meat.
Yeah, everybody's saying that looks good. Sorry, but that looks gross. Oh, your mom said it looks gross,
I mean, I can't.
but she doesn't eat bacon.
My
Your mom doesn't eat bacon?
mom doesn't eat a lot of stuff.
What? That's all right. I like your mom anyway.
I wouldn't make it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was, back when bacon was like all the rage.
You know, there's
Still is all
bacon
the
flavored
rage.
mouthwash, bacon flavored shoelaces, bacon
I have a tube of
flavored.
bacon flavored toothpaste.
I've had bacon flavored soda.
That's just weird.
It didn't taste bad. It was like
No.
smoky soda.
Oh, all right.
So
But, it was good. It was good. The second iteration, which I don't have pictures of, came out better.
what's your favorite Tic Tac flavor?
Orange.
I don't understand how those work because that's not a mint.
No, it's not. It's candy. It's fucking delicious.
I like the one. Did you see it on my Instagram? I posted Fruit Adventures.
Yeah. And that's not a mint either because it's fruit flavored. So up
I know.
yours.
I feel like Tic Tacs are supposed to be minty,
Mint Tic Tacs are supposed to be minty.
but they can they have orange mint. Like you can have like an orange mint.
Your mom says no cows, no pigs.
Moo.
Yeah. Forget fat pigs and cops. Or fat chicks and cops. Anyway, I just fucked that joke up. Anyway,
That's what
no cows, no pigs. Okay. So chicken and fish.
Yes, correct.
What about goat, lamb?
No.
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 Just chicken and fish. Duck.
Yeah,
Duck. Goose.
that. I'm pretty sure that's considered a bird.
I don't know. It's pretty foul. That's fucking terrible. Damn dad jokes. No cows, no pigs. I can understand that.
Do you follow soccer?
No. Only when my daughter's playing. Otherwise, it annoys the hell out of me. It's boring.
Do you know that our women's team is in the World Cup?
I do know that.
I don't know if they even won. I mean,
They were supposed to be playing somebody today.
okay.
Is it today or tomorrow?
They're gonna win.
Cool. I hope they do. Good for them.
Go for
Murica. How do you ruin a bad joke starring Roger? Yeah.
it.
Forget fat cops. Cops. Wait, that's not right. Chris Johnson. I almost feel bad for picking on you the other night, but then again, nah. I'm just kidding. I love him. He was fun. He did the show at Coconuts with me. These nuts, yo.
What type of place?
Oh, they
is
won.
it?
The women's soccer team won.
Oh, okay, good.
What type of what?
What type of place is Coconuts? Obviously, it's a comedy club, but like, what is it?
It's a comedy club that's attached to a shitty ass dive bar that I fell in love with, and I will go back
That's the best type.
just to go there. They're connected, internally, and the bar serves the comedy club. But I guess that place is the oldest comedy club in Florida,
Okay.
and it looks like it's the oldest comedy club in Florida, and it's got a good vibe.
It's indoor or outdoor?
Indoor,
Okay.
an outdoor comedy club. What the fuck's wrong with you? That's weird. That's weird shit.
Bula Cafe has a stage outside,
That's not a comedy club.
but they did comedy for a long time.
Okay, they did comedy for a long time. How's that working out for them right now?
It's not there.
Ed Zachary.
Actually, I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I really don't know what's happening there anymore.
But a true comedy club should be indoors because
Yeah.
you don't want people listening that didn't pay,
That's a good point.
But it's old. It's very small, very old. Definitely needs a little bit of an update, but it's got a cool vibe and it's got potential, and it just kills me. It kills me right inside my heart. when there's a place that's got a shitload of potential and it's just like somebody just took a shit on it, that breaks my heart.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I had to rewrite that I was the editor of the school newspaper and had to rewrite a satire piece?
No, why did you have to rewrite a satire piece?
I was just thinking about it because we didn't have a school soccer team.
Okay.
We didn't have a women's soccer team. So I wrote this article talking about how our women's soccer team was like the best in the country.
That's awesome.
And then they were like, this is fake news. You can't publish it. And I'm like, it's satire. And then they were like, make a disclaimer. And then I had to.
The world needs busker comedians. You know what? They do. And where busking comes in isn't so much like true busking like musicians on the subway, but barking it's an art form, number one. But the problem with that is there's very few places you can go. The other problem with busking comedians is, a musician can play a song lasts 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and they can have a repertoire of, God knows how many songs. In comedy, you can't do somebody else's material. You can't there's no such thing as a cover comedian. So in comedy, you have to write your own stuff. You have to be original, and it's not easy. I mean, writing, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes is incredibly difficult. And that's why one of the reasons why I have so much respect for George Carlin. He wrote a new, completely fresh 90-minute set every year. I mean, there are people that have been working in comedy for, right now, if I put all my jokes together and was actually able to remember them on stage, I probably have 45 minutes to an hour. And that's after doing comedy for like 5 years. He would write a brand new 90-minute set every year. Even
some like Netflix special comedians, I see that I'll watch the one special and then I'll notice like one or two jokes similar or very similar, like from, in future.
Well, with
future
that,
sets.
I mean, easy example with that is Andrew Dice Clay and his Dirty Nursery Rhymes. Mm-hmm. It was something that people loved so much. They wanted him to do that. With George Carlin, it was the 7 dirty words you can't say on television.
Right.
People loved that bit and they could hear it a million times every year and they'd be fine. So things like that, they'd always keep in. So like their signature joke, they'd keep in, but the rest of it's got to be fresh. I mean, if I go to pay, if I pay to see a comedian and then he comes back next year and I pay him to see again, I want to see some fresh stuff. Especially if it's a top tier comedian. I don't want to see the same 30-minute set every time I go to see him.
Right.
You have to be fresh, and you have to be fresh to stay relevant. So a busking comedian, not so feasible unless it's somebody that's just pretty much just roasting people as they walk by. That's one of the things I love about barking. Barking, for anybody who's not familiar with the industry term, that's when you're outside of a venue and you're basically trying to attract foot traffic in. And it really only works in places where there's foot traffic. So this place, Coconuts, is a perfect place for barking. There's a lot of foot traffic. We actually went out and barked, and Chris came out with us. And we went out, I think it was just a little too late. And we really didn't bring anybody in. But, if I owned that club, I would pay somebody, $10 an hour, $12 an hour, whatever, just to stand out there and bark every night. I'd have comedians come barking for stage time, to feature, open a feature, have them come in and bark and get people into the club. And if they have somebody out there consistent, send somebody out there with a fucking sandwich board, comedy club over here,
comedy equivalent of a sign spinner.
Exactly. If they had that, I didn't even know that this place existed. I've been to functions literally directly across the street at the Trade Winds. I've been to several functions. I've been there several times. I didn't even know Coconuts was across the street. So, it's like, so much potential.
I feel ya.
Yeah. That's my gripe. I've been bitching about that whole show. I've been bitching about that since Sunday. And, we need to fix this shit. Tampa, my fellow comedians, I beg you, let's change the situation here. Let's get people excited about comedy.
Why do you think it is that people are just kind of like, bah? Like, do you think it's a hobbyist town?
Not so much that it's a hobbyist town. I think number one, it's the mentality. There's not much competition, and not saying that there's only like two funny comedians. It's the Tampa Bay area is so spread out geographically. You know, geographically, it's larger than the New York City area.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you could stand in Midtown Manhattan and face any direction, throw a rock, and you're hitting a comedy club, and they're full almost every night. Why is that? Because New York's a town that's got a shitload of tourist traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa doesn't have that. St. Pete Beach does. Orlando does. That's why Orlando's so successful. You know, we need to attract people out. And it's not so much that it's a hobbyist town. It's so spread out. There's now multiple open mics on every night. Most of the comedians here don't travel. There are only 3 places that attract people in. You know, just within the general Tampa Bay area, you have Coconuts. I'll count Sarasota with it because it's part of the still the census that designated area, whatever. So down in Sarasota, you have McCurdy's. In St. Pete Beach, you have Coconuts. In Palm Harbor, you have Snappers. In Tampa, you have the Improv and Side Splitters. And I don't know if that says 5 clubs.
Snappers.
I said Snappers.
Oh, you
Palm
did?
Harbor, yeah.
Sorry.
So there's 5 clubs that are reasonably easy to get to no matter where you are in the Tampa Bay area. And I forget how many people live in the Tampa Bay area, but it's, you know, probably 2 million maybe. You know, Long Island, New York is an island. It's a very confined space that has 6 million people living on it. And there are only 3 comedy clubs. It's not oversaturated with open mics.
Right.
The open mics that do exist are pretty high quality. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of competition amongst comedians. You know, you're fighting for bookings because, like I said, there are only 3. I mean, there's plenty of bars that do comedy, but there are only 3 legitimate clubs, and they're
Right.
all owned by the same group. They're all governors. The original governors in Levittown. There's governors at Brokerage and Belmore, which is right near the original, and then there's McGuire's out in Suffolk County.
Don't you think that that's like a monopoly though?
No, because anybody else can open up a club.
They just
They
haven't.
bought them because if Governors didn't buy McGuire's, it was just going to close.
Okay.
And I think the same thing with the one in Belmore. So it's not so much that there's a monopoly; as nobody else opened it.
Okay.
You know, and all live entertainment is suffering in Tampa. Absolutely, 100% correct.
Who said that?
Lilabelle.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And us as entertainers, whether you're, you know, a dancer, a performer, she does burlesque.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we need to get people excited. And one of the things I see with the comedians here, all open mics are high quality. Well, not every single one of them. Some of them suck, Stan. I love you. I go on his show and bust balls. But, it's up to us to try and get out there and attract people and get people excited, but we got to figure out how to do that. And there's a shitload. There is a metric fuck ton of talent here. I've seen, you know, burlesque performers, dancers, comedians, singers, you know, music acts. There's so much fucking talent here. And it's almost feels like it's all wasted because no one fucking knows about it and no one comes out.
Yeah.
And, you know, places like New York, places like Orlando, places, even St. Pete Beach, there was no reason on Sunday for that club not to be jam fucking packed. We should have been turning people away. We had a lineup that was some of the most talented people that I've worked with. It was me, of course, God damn it. Me, Tara Zimmerman, Christina Foreman was hosting,
Mm-hmm.
CJ, Chris Johnson, Zobo, you know, funny people. You know, the people that were there loved the show, but we just didn't have people. And one thing, I can speak for the comedy side. You know, I don't know how it is on the the burlesque and that type of performance side. But the comedians here, there's no real reason for them to compete because of those 5 clubs. They're there one night a week, or they're, you know, a house comedian that like that's their place, and so they get put up there. That's been something I've been constantly working towards, getting this talent into more ears. And that's the problem. Why would people go out to a comedy club to see someone perform they've never heard of before? There you go. When they could turn on 1 hour special on most celebrity comedians on Netflix. You're absolutely right. You need a reason to get them in. And one of the problems, especially with the comedians, is They hang out with the comedian friends. Their friends are comedians, but they don't branch out outside that. Last year for St. Patrick's Day, O'Brien's in Brandon, they run a great St. Patrick's Day festival, and we had a tent set up, and I invited all the comedians, come down, pass out business cards, mingle with the people, and it just ended up pretty much me and my son. A couple people, Kyle Neely stopped by for a little bit, Nick Noble stopped by for a bit, but it was basically just us sitting in this tent, like talking to a couple people as they came past. I was expecting people to come. We had free admission in. They were giving us discounts on food and beverage. It was, a cool thing to do, but nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wants to branch out outside their few comedian friends. But Lilibel's exactly right. We need to get people excited. When you see a national act is coming to one of these clubs, and then I get an email saying, "Oh, you can get free tickets to the show." Why the fuck are you giving away free tickets? You're giving away free tickets because you can't get asses in seats because you're not selling them. Why aren't you fucking selling them? Because nobody knows where the fuck they are. And like to go to improv, is a pain in the dick. I don't like going. I'm not a big Ybor fan. It's just not my style, not my speed. Maybe when I was younger, I would have loved the shit out of it.
I just kind of feel like you have to like know where to go in Ybor because
it's like that in any city.
Yeah, I got very like frustrated when I first started going to Ybor a lot from working there, and I just figured it out.
But I'm getting old and I'm getting lazy, and I want a fucking decent parking space not too far from the door, and I don't want to walk, and I don't want to pay for parking because I'm fucking cheap. But I'll do that. I'll go out. I'll go out and do it. But to me, that Coconuts place just it. There's so much there. There's so much that could be there. McCurdy's, really nice place. But for me, it's a fucking hour drive. I mean, shit, whether I'm going to St. Pete Beach or Coconut or McCurdy's, it's an hour drive from where I am. I'm on the east side of Tampa. So, and I don't mind driving. And that's, it blows my mind. And what we need to do is, as entertainers, regardless of what your discipline is, regardless of what, we need to figure out how to get people excited about live entertainment in Tampa because we have such a wealth of talent and it's just being fucking wasted.
Preach it.
To that point, if comedians put a clip or two of their sets out there, people will check out and may entice people to see them. Yes. But it goes beyond just, here's an example, Stan. When there's a show, when somebody's got a show going on, there's actually a show I've been seeing that I haven't been invited on, but it's a bunch of friends of mine have been on the show. The only time I really see that poster being shared, it's being shared in a group of fucking comedians. Comedians aren't going to go out and pay to see the people that they go to every open mic with. And, that's another thing. If you're putting people on a show, and you're charging a $20 cover at the door, and it's the same people that if they really wanted to see him, they could go see him on Wednesday night at Pokey's open mic, which has no admission, or, we need to branch out. We need to go beyond our little circle and get it out there. Christian, put Swiss cheese on your fucking Cuban sandwich, you filthy rat bastard. What's up, fatherfuckers? Got stuff going on. Can't really stay. Just dropping in to say hi. What's up, brother? The problem is nobody wants anything recorded or aired. That's the challenge. Stan says that's the problem. Nobody wants it recorded or aired.
Well, that's true too, because you have as far as comedians, you have the threat of people stealing your material or using your footage without your permission. The same thing goes for like burlesque performers. Obviously, beyond a certain point in their act, they don't want that. And dancers, the same idea.
Well, I mean, essentially, if it was known that they were being recorded, especially, if the comedians know they're being recorded, comedians want video footage of their sets because that's how we get better. We critique it, whether we audio record it or video record it. I think video recording, if it's able to be gotten, is a great thing because you can see how you move. Comedy is not just what you're saying; it's how you say it, how you move. You got to find a balance between exposing enough to market yourself. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was exactly about to hit on. If a burlesque performer knows that she's going to be recorded, and hell, we could even, fucking set up a show where we know it's going to be recorded. And basically the whole point of the show's existence is to record it almost invite people in, invite friends and family, come check out this fucking freebie show, because the show's existence is just to record sets.
Yeah.
Just to essentially make a demo reel of yourself. So you, at that point, they're not exposing too much that you wouldn't want on camera, and their act and their costuming would be, appropriate for broadcast. If we were to put something like that together, that would be a great thing. Roger Nelson, same thing with racing. Promos are really only race communities. Racing's a little different, Christian, in that, it's more on the promoter's shoulders to get people in. Even though, it is entertainment, but it also is a true competition. The promoters of the track, I don't forget what the hell the guy's name is. When it was the Cromarties, the Cromarties actually worked pretty damn hard to get asses in seats at that racetrack. And I don't know the guy. Was it Partridge? Is Partridge the guy's name? It's for a racetrack, it's the promoter's job to get people into seats. It's basically the promoter's job to get the asses in seats for a race. It's the race car driver's, responsibility to get them to keep coming back. Being involved with the sport for a long time, people get fanatical about race car drivers, even at the local track level. So they're going to come back to see. So it's more on the promoters when it comes to racing, or record shows and pull clips of snippets with the crowd laughing the hardest. But that's the thing, Stan. If you're setting it up, if the comedians know we're recording this show, make sure you push to get people in. Even if you charged a small cover, $5 to get in, just to cover the people, the recording, and because equipment costs money, the disc space costs money. Even if we were collecting a small cover charge just to cover that, and then everybody who performs is getting a video of their performance, you'll get people in there to watch. Even if you charge them $5, if just to use Villaggio's, 77 seats, $5 a head, you'll be able to pay for the production of recording and then get those videos out to people, and then they can, get them out to their fan base and expose that. The new owner has been doing a lot more work to get asses in seats, the sport in general. You're right, Christian. The sport in general, now to talk about something that most people that are listening don't really give a shit about. NASCAR is in the shitter right now. My biggest thing, and the reason why I will not watch a NASCAR race, Christian, even at the top tier level, is that whole the stage racing and throwing cautions and that shit. It's a fucking race. It's an endurance event. Drop the green flag, run, throw cautions when something's, in danger. It's just, it's ridiculous. But racing's a completely different animal from the entertainment side. I've seen enough open mics to know you all have shortened versions of jokes that are funny enough to draw. That's correct, Stan. But here's the thing. You could be the funniest person in the world. You could be the most beautiful, amazing burlesque performer in the world. Feel free to jump in, Nicole. I know I'm kind of just fucking.
No, I'm actually interacting with people who are commenting on this.
I know I just took the wheel and just said, fuck everything. I'm going on.
No, you're fine. Casey Lynn Delaney is joining us, and she agrees with us. She was our contortionist from our last show.
She was nice. I liked her.
Yes. So she is she agrees with everything you're saying.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I like her. She's cool. She's bendy. But that's the thing is we need, you could be the most beautiful performer, but if nobody knows who the fuck you are, if nobody knows anything about you, from a promoter standpoint, from a booker standpoint, from a venue owner's standpoint, you're useless. And everybody says, oh, it's the promoter, just like Christian would say, it's the promoter's job, it's the booker's job to get asses in seats. Yeah, it's their job to work to get asses in seats. But if nobody knows who you are, and when you're first starting out, obviously nobody's going to know who you are because you're new. But as your career progresses, you need to get yourself out there. You need to put yourself in front of people who have never heard you before. Walk around, go to the mall, walk around talking to people, handing out business cards. 99% of the business cards will end up thrown in the garbage, but that 1%, if you hand out, 100 business cards, you may get 2 or 3 people to come to a show, and then they might have a good time and invite 2 or 3 more people. And, but the whole concept in comedy of it's the promoter's job, and I don't have to, it's
everybody's job. I don't know how many freaking times I have to say it. It's everybody's job.
Exactly.
It's everybody's job. That frustrates me so much.
All right. Hide the hookers, hide the drugs my wife is watching for once. Like she never watches. Hi, Renee.
I invited her.
Oh, seriously? Okay,
Yeah.
that's why. Stan, not at this level. The promoter can't fill venues on their own. Damn right. I cannot wait to go to a mall. They don't have malls in Australia, Maddie? Crikey.
Where do you do your shopping? What do you do?
I always forget to bring my business cards. Oh, see, you got to bring them with you everywhere.
Listen.
And especially with burlesque, like it makes a lot of sense with burlesque to have a picture of yourself on your business card.
Fuck that.
Seriously?
Fuck that.
Okay, well then fuck it then. I don't fucking know that
some
business.
people
I'm
some
just
people
thinking-
agree. Some people agree with it, but like, you know how many times that I used to have my picture on my card and people would be like, "Is that you?" and be like, "No, it's not fucking me. I'm just handing you a card with some random ass chick on it."
I'm almost old enough to walk at the mall at 8 a.m. Yes, you are. Oh shit, take your pants off. Peter Wolfinger's here. Maddie says shopping sell. They have shopping like strip malls, I guess. Like, I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, Maddie, you're gonna be impressed with a mall for the first, I don't know, 15 to 20 seconds that you're in there, and then you're gonna look around at all the people there, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Wait, I'm confused. You said he has strip malls, but not malls. They have like plazas,
Yeah,
but
like
not,
shopping centers,
but not like not like a Citrus Park mall.
Yeah. Or like Citrus Park. I don't even know if that's like the best. Like I'm talking about like an enclosed.
Yeah, that's because it's like it's got a roof and it's got a bunch of stores under one roof.
Yeah, I've never been inside that mall.
So
I don't
if you
go to
put
malls.
two strip malls in front of each other and then put a tent over it, does that constitute a mall, or is that more like a flea
Possibly.
market?
I'm trying to remember there's a mall down in down near Naples, Coconut Grove or something like that, and it's all open air. Like all the store, it almost looks like a little village, and you have all like major like Gap and whatever fucking other mall stores.
Or like the
exist
outlet
now.
malls.
Yeah, but it's like all outdoor. It almost looks like a main street in a small town as you go, but it's all like mall stores. It's weird. It's a Florida thing, man. Are you kidding? When I walk around my kid's school, I'm still weirded out that their lockers are outside. Like I'm used to interior hallways. Mine weren't. I fucking went to school where it snows.
Well, that makes sense.
I have a picture. LOL. It's the same as my social media profile pictures. Yeah, exactly. And that is the key to marketing, is consistency. I just reset my website. My new website is rogersbigmouth.com, and I want to get a picture of my big open mouth as like I want that to be my signature because I have sexy lips.
I'll take the picture on my phone, or I'll take it on your phone.
Probably have to put it like not right now because I had corn on the cob and I could feel something.
You should do like a whitening thing like the day before.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not saying you have messed up teeth. I'm just saying it'll look better.
My bottom teeth are a little fucked up. That's all right. My top teeth are straight.
Are you gonna do like a big like cheesy smile or just like
no, like big? Oh, just like not a picture of my face, just a picture of my fucking mouth. Send them university. Oh yeah, no, Stan, we're not sending them to University Mall. Shopping center. Some of the ones we have here are enormous. They have high-end cafes like Jaguar and Lexus dealerships right next to the fucking food courts. Tens of thousands of shops in one place. Well, I mean, are they enclosed? Like, is the walkways between the stores, like, if you know, is it enclosed? Is tape marked? I have sexy lips. Yes, it is. Miramar Outlet Mall in Estero is an outdoor mall close to Naples. That's another one. There's one down in that way. It's actually not too far from the Miramar Outlet Mall. The Estero Mall. It's like called Coconut something.
Valerie Tyson, my former Barnes & Noble manager, says Ellington Mall.
Ellington, I think, is open air.
I think that's what she was talking. What you were talking about.
Yeah, multi-level enclosed shops. Maddie, you've been to a mall. You've been to a mall. They just don't call it the mall, but that's what it is.
What do they call it?
Like a shopping center, but they're fancy, so they spell it Sentre, Centre, because it's classy.
Do they spell it shoppy?
I don't know. I gotta go back up.
Shoppy center.
Go back up and look.
Shoppy centre.
No, shopping center, Centre. So anyway, so back to what we were saying with having pictures on business cards. If you know what, actually, you know what, that is a good way to put it. You are a brand. If you are a dancer, if you are a comedian, if you are in a band, you are a brand. You need to sell yourself. I'm not talking about like in the hoeing kind of way, but if that's what you got to do, I mean, shit, you know, sometimes money gets tight. A buck is a buck, you know what I mean? But you are a brand, so you need to promote you. You need people to recognize you. And if you have your social media profile picture on your business card. Boom. People make the connection. They connect the dots. The shopping centers here are worth billions. Yep. You've been to a mall, Matt. Coconut Point. That's what it's called. You can get through Disney quicker than going through that shopping center. Yep.
Tara Zimmerman says, hi, sweeties. She joined us.
Hey, Tara. She's like the comedy den mother in Tampa.
I love her.
She's awesome.
I love you. When my mom passes away, I would like Tara to adopt me.
Wow, that's fucking dark. Wow.
Mom,
I mean, I
Mom,
get the
please
sentiment.
don't die.
Yeah, please.
Mom, please don't die yet.
Open mic is the 305's brand of podcasting. Yeah. So am I. I'm lower budget than 305's, man. I love Florida. I want to move here and become Florida man. Peter, all you need to do to become Florida man is move here.
Yeah, he'll become Florida man right away.
Will be Florida man.
Florida man drunkenly orders penis pillow, and you'll never guess wife's reaction. Is the title of
but after a while
article.
you'll guess wife's reaction. She's gonna pee her pants laughing or just get angry. They were so cute. I love the two of them. They are the cutest fucking couple ever. Like seriously, they're both adorable. I'm calling you adorable, Peter, just so you know.
We're gonna make a game. And
What
it's
is
going to
it?
be a card game, and it's going to be kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but it's going to be called Florida Man.
Your mom says, "Hey, watch it." I'm telling you, that was.
Sorry, I'm a dark person if we haven't learned.
But watching them the other night, they were at Peter's parents' house, and it's here in Florida, and they were sitting out on the lanai, just talking about the bugs, and just listening to him and Marianne interact. It is so fucking cute. You guys are so fucking adorable. When you guys want to renew your wedding vows, I'm your preacher. I'll do them shits. But, establishing your brand, selling yourself as a brand, so fucking important. Now, what I'm lacking in, and I think I'd probably be a lot further on in my comedy career, is if I was better with social media. 1, I'm an asshole. 2, I'm an asshole. 3, I'm fucking lazy.
You got to stop pissing people off on the internet so they can stop blocking you and reporting your page and all that shit.
I haven't been. I'm not even going to say it. Knock on wood. It's been a hot minute since I pissed somebody off to that level.
You're right.
Not really for lack of trying. Actually, I've been busy. Is I think really what it is.
I feel like that comes in clusters. Like you get like red flagged by Facebook, and so all your comments are on like high alert. So the second that you like do something a little bit wrong, it like pushes it to the top of the fuck up list or something.
Every now and again, I'll get like an alert that they're something I've posted like 3 years ago violated community standards. But those, even though some of them were definitely in violation of community standards, they're not suspending me for it. They're just taking the picture off. They're just letting me know they're taking the picture down.
That's why,
and I'm fine with that.
Every day that I log into Facebook, because I do, I don't spend a whole heck of a lot of time on Facebook, but I'll log in the morning to look at notifications or whatever. And whenever it says you have memories today, or like your today in history post, whatever. And I'll delete things from 9 years ago or whatever because they're no longer relevant. If it's promoting an event that's already come and gone and I don't talk to those people anymore, then I'll delete it.
Yeah.
And that and stupid statuses. And there's been a couple of times where I'm just like, what the fuck was I talking about 7 years ago? It only rains when it pours. Like what? Like or some bullshit.
The thing I love about that is, I'll read funny ass posts that I made before I was in comedy. It was great.
Paul Bond is here.
Paulie didn't do his show today because it's July 4th week. So Paul, you can say hi here.
Does Paul Bond have a podcast?
He I don't know if he'd call it really a podcast, but he goes live like every Tuesday night at I think 7:00.
Oh, I knew that.
And he does the Paulcast.
Paulcast. That's a pretty good name.
Yeah, that's Paul, and he talks to people and he plays his guitar. And of course, every time I go on there, I'm like, play Freebird like a fucking retard. Thank you. Hopefully you'll be down here in a year or two working on it. I know you are. So what do we do to get people excited about leaving the house? That is what we need to give some mucho thought to. Number one, strength in numbers. The more people we have on board working towards the same goal, and I'm not talking about, put us all on one show and promote the balls off of it. I'm talking about just its consistency. Whether you're trying to be a YouTube star, whether you're trying to get a radio show going, whether you're trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do, it's consistency. and persistence. And it's constantly being in people's faces. There's a sales technique or, belief that someone will not buy from you unless they've seen your name 6 times. So it's kind of, if you just send somebody an email, hey, come to this show, they're going to look at it and be like, fuck that. But if they keep seeing it, eventually they can be like, you know what? I keep getting this. I keep seeing this. I keep seeing, Lilibel Quintrell's name, and I want to come see her. I want to go. Where is she performing? Let's do this. Let's go see her. And it's putting your name in their heads and making them remember you. You are clearly more memorable than me, so you probably have an easier time.
I don't know. You're pretty memorable.
No, it's because I'm a big fat white guy with a shaved head and I'm an asshole.
Pretty much.
Thank you. I excel at it. I'm good at something. I make a hell of a paperweight in the doorstop. How about give them a taste of what they're going to see? What, like show them my balls? I don't want to do that. The problem with comedy is the venues won't let you all cross promote, and that's exactly it. That pisses me off to no fucking end.
Wait, who doesn't let you cross promote?
Comedy venues. And I'm not a dick rider. I don't kiss ass to comedy clubs. I can get booked at any club in New York City. I can go make a call or two. I'm booked. I'm on a show in New York City, and I can't get booked in a comedy club in Tampa. There's something fucking wrong with that when I live here. So it's because I'm not at their open mics every fucking week. Well, I mean, I have a life, I have a job, I have other commitments. And not that I don't want to go to them, but I'm not gonna go there, keep doing, kiss ass, kiss the manager's ass. That's the one thing I love about the New York philosophy. You don't have to kiss. You just have to not be an asshole, get people to come to shows, and be good at what you do. Be funny. That's it. Those 3 things. You don't need to kiss the manager's ass to get into a club there, because they don't really need you to kiss their ass, because in a city like New York, they have 10 million fucking people kissing their ass. They want to see asses in seats. They want to see good material, and they don't want you to be a dick about it. And you can drop one of those 3 if you're amazing at the other 2.
Dr. Sandman's here.
Dr. Sandman, tell me a poem.
I was going to say something and I forgot. I don't believe in...
Maddie's got to bail, needs to shower and head to work. Maddie, don't forget to wash where the sun don't shine, my friend.
Send me a dingo.
Not a dingo picture. Oh, Lord have mercy. You guys are terrible.
I don't believe in like non-compete agreements or...
And that's exactly what it is. If you're one of the in crowd at Palm Harbor, they don't want you promoting shows anywhere else, whether it's another comedy club or a bar show, one-off show. And that's part of the problem here is they want to get in the good graces of those club managers. But then again, they also don't like travel.
One of the reasons I don't believe in stuff like that and like non-compete agreements is because
you're an independent contractor.
I'm an independent contractor, and that one club, that one party, whatever, is not booking me enough to pay all of my bills.
I have a lot of friends who are in the comedy scene in New York City, and they will fucking promote a show. They're doing the 6 o'clock show at Broadway. They're doing the 8 o'clock show at, Caroline's, and then they're doing the 10 o'clock show at the Grizzly Pear, and they're pushing all 3 fucking shows.
Well, I mean, I guess
in the same night.
But you said that they're all owned by the same club owners.
Well, no. Broadway and Greenwich is the same owner. It's one owner. I forget who owns Caroline's, but they're not all the same owner. In Midtown Manhattan, you have Caroline's, Comic Strip, Comedy Cellar, Dangerfield's, Broadway. Grizzly Pear, probably the West Side, I think would still be considered Midtown. So you have all those clubs. And comedians will do 3 shows in a night in 3 different venues that are not owned by the same people. And they will promote each of those shows.
Yeah, as it should be.
Exactly. And it's, as long as you got people coming down to see you, they don't give a fuck how many shows you do in a night or how many clubs you're performing at in a night. Because they hustle, because there's drive. Side Splitters actually doesn't want the comics doing shows there, doing a show with it so many miles of the place. Exactly. And that's why I'm not going to, push to get in there. I mean, number one, I have a big ass problem with doing an open mic and, having to pay a cover to do an open mic outside of New York City. I've never paid a cover to do an open mic in New York City, but I would probably have a problem with that. I actually know someone that was doing a paid showcase once a month at a venue and couldn't promote it because his open mic venue told him not to. I would say suck a dick on that one to the open mic. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with a non-compete. It's like, okay, you don't want me promoting a show, on nights when I'm not performing for you. Then if you don't want me to promote a show, then you better pay me to not promote a show. So whatever you're paying me to perform, that's what you're paying me not to perform, because this is an independent contractor's world in this industry. Whether you're comedy, burlesque is the same thing. You're an independent contractor.
Yeah.
You're working for you, and that's why it's stupid. And that's why I'm not going to be bothered. That's why I'll occasionally go to the Improv. I haven't been there in a hot minute. I don't plan on going there anytime soon. Nothing against the venue, not my scene. I'm not going to go do the mic at Side Splitters. I'm not going to go kiss ass at those places and then be told, well, you can't promote a show. Fuck that shit. I'm promoting whatever show I'm on. So that's why I'm not going to get booked in those places. And that's the way I choose to run, so I'll stay here in Tampa. I'll hit the open mics. I'll get the occasional book showcase. I'll polish up my shit, and then I'll go perform it in New York where it matters.
You preach it.
I probably just burned every fucking bridge possible right now, but I don't fucking care.
I don't care.
I really don't. If you put me on a show, I'm going to promote it as much as I fucking can.
There's a lot of drama like that in the dance community too.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure it's the same. I mean,
and I have the same attitude that you do. It's like every single one of these people is not paying me enough to not do the other things. So,
exactly.
And I won't get booked on certain shows because I've worked with this person or I've worked with that person, and they won't put me here because I support this cause and and whatever. I don't care. Now, I go where the money is. I go where the people are.
I want to clarify. Stan, what you're talking about is the person you're talking about, and I want you to name name. I don't want you to name names, but were they were running an open mic or it was just an open mic that they performed at? Because I did an open, I had an open mic, and the venue owner asked me, he's like, do me a favor, I don't want you to have another open mic within 6 miles. I can respect that. That's fine. He didn't say you can't do a show within 6 miles. It's, if you're going to do it, you can't have another open mic on another night within 6 miles. I get exactly why he wants to do that. 6 miles is really not that great. It's not like you can't do it within 100 miles. You can't do it. 6 miles, no problem. That makes sense to me. I get it from a business perspective. I get it. But, to that distance is the potential burnt bridges wouldn't have gotten you to your destination anyway. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't fucking care. Yeah, paying to do an open mic is absolutely unreal. And okay, are you paying your dues? And no, and it's not even like it's $5. It's fucking $10. Okay, you get a slice of shitty pizza and a beer. Okay, cool. I don't drink when I'm out, so soda's cheap. No, it's 45 minutes away once a month in a showcase. Yeah, fuck that shit. I would just fucking do it, and if they wanted to fire me, fucking fire me. Suck it. It comes down to, we are independent contractors. The venues need to look at it that way. They also don't realize that their own show could be promoted at the show you're doing. Yeah, I've done that. Rule of thumb was to cross promote. Yeah, but the problem is everybody's so me. Venues don't want to cross promote. They want everybody to come to them every night. They don't want you doing a show at whatever, place and then promoting another show you have in 2 weeks at the bar down the street. They don't want that. They want this is exclusively where you perform. Fuck that. We are independent contractors. And that's the way it needs to be.
Ain't nobody paying my bills but me.
That's it. Now, if you're paying my ass enough to not seek shows in other places, not saying that I have to be on every show you book, but if you're paying well enough, but the problem is they're paying, $20 to host a show. They don't want you promoting within, $20 ain't enough. $50 ain't enough. $100, not even close. If you're paying a significant amount every night or weekly, if you set a weekly, you're exclusive to this venue, we're going to pay you $500 a week. We don't want you to do 3 shows a week here, and we don't want you promoting somewhere else. You know what? For $500 a week, I would take that. I'd still do shows elsewhere. I would fucking go down out of town and do shows. But for $20, you're going to tell me I can't go somewhere else? Fuck that. I don't need your $20. You apparently need it more than I do. If a comic you like recommends a show that far when they're performing, you might be more apt to go see that show. Yes, the problem is, obviously, as comics, we're trying to get booked ourselves. So a lot of times comics get most of the times comics get jealous. You're best friends until one of you becomes successful, and everybody hates the one that gets successful. It's kind of the nature of the beast. A lot of jealousy, and it may not be directly, I fucking hate you, but every time, oh, look, he's fucking promoting his show, fucking big shot. It's, there's the lack of support. There should be competition amongst each other to try and get bookings, but it should be, supporting. So if somebody that I'm friends with gets a really awesome fucking gig and booked on something super sweet, I'm not going to be pissed. I'm going to go support it because they're my friend. But there's too much of that jealousy and too much of that unfair competition. Too much of that ugly competition, really. Justin McDonald, the struggle is real, baby. The struggle is real. To be honest, most people's friends aren't driving 45 minutes to see you. That's true. Yeah. So if you recommend someone near them, trust your opinion. Exactly. And here's what I try to do. I try to go to do shows in places where I have made contacts with people, whether the people that watch the Foo Bar show here or see any of the live stuff I do or any of the stuff I do, or I'm in a whole bunch of groups and I do funny stuff there. And I try to go to those places because I know, okay, if I go to do a show in, I got a friend of mine wants me to come up to the Boston area, Boston, Massachusetts. I know if I get booked there, there's going to be people showing up for me. If I get booked, I got friends in California that want me to go out, not necessarily Los Angeles because that's a shithole and I don't want to go there, but in like Central Cali and outside of LA, I got friends, that want to see me perform. I know they'll go. Virginia area, the Richmond, Virginia area, I got friends. And I want to go to those places to perform because I know that people are going to come and it'll make an impression. No jealousy here is enough room for all of it. Exactly. So look out for Laughin' Loon Productions. Ooh, what a name, Justin. I love it. Laughin' Loon Productions. I dig it, bro. All the best. If there's anything I can do for you to help you out, you let me know. No, Stan, you're not taking it over. You're engaging. That's good. I usually just come on your show and make dick jokes. Your mom says comedy is difficult to get repeat audience. Yes, unless they're friends or relatives, because usually the material is pretty much the same. That's correct. And that's why as a good comedian is going to continue to write, continue to work to get themselves better. But it's difficult to get people out in this town. I mean, we had the New Connection show, which was, I think, an absolutely amazing concept. It was entertaining. It was engaging. Even doing it and being there every month and all the other things I had to do in helping Nicole put that show on, every show was great to see. But we just couldn't get people out to it. We need to figure out how to get people excited. And I'm not talking about performers and their families. I'm talking about John Q. Public. We need to get John Q. Public interested, being like, I want to go out tonight and I want to see a fat comedian tell dick jokes and a hot chick take her clothes off in the same place, on the same stage.
We could arrange that, but it didn't work.
I know. But we need to figure out how to get people excited about that, to get them to come out to that. And that's what I think the biggest negative of Tampa is outside of our group of comedians, we need to branch out to get people to come out to shows, because there is, and I'm just speaking from the comedy side, there is a tremendous amount of talented comedians here in Tampa. Yeah. And Tampa gets shit on by the rest of the company, the rest of the country, and the rest of the country can suck it. But there is so much talent here that's almost wasted. Oh shit, Jeff Lewis in the house. What's up, dude? It almost feels like I want to see Jeff Lewis in flippers and goggles. Jeff, I'm going to be thinking about you the next 2 days while I drain my pool and clean it and refill it. It's bad. But
you need a t-shirt for your business because Kyle Baker's here.
Kyle makes t-shirts?
Yeah, he does. You didn't know that? He has his own screen printing business, him and his wife.
Kyle, we need to fucking talk. We
like
need to talk.
99% of the time, if you've seen Kyle Baker wearing a t-shirt, he made it.
Kyle, we need to talk. Send me a fucking message. We need to talk. I need to have things. I have shirts I want to do. But and that's what we need to do. Whether we're on the burlesque side of the entertainment spectrum, if we're on comedy, if we're in a band, if we're a fucking violin player, if we're reading spoken, if we're doing spoken word like Dr. Sandman, we need to get people excited. We need to figure out how to get people out to see us, to embrace the performing arts here in Tampa, because there is a wealth of talent. Seriously.
I know.
There is a lot of talent. And it kills me. It kills me. One question though, Stan, if he's wearing flippers and goggles, I hope you're not gonna picturing him in a Speedo while he's doing that. Thank you for offering help. Just show up when I book you. Fuck, man. Justin, I will never not show up to a booking. I did have to cancel a booking, but that was like in advance. It wasn't like night of. But thank you for
I hate that shit.
What, when somebody doesn't show up? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, no, I was booked on a show at Broadway Comedy Club August 2nd. I actually canceled out today. August 2nd, which is Friday night. I have to be back here in Florida by midday Saturday for my son's marching band thing. So I had to call the booker and be an asshole and be like, I'm sorry, but I have to cancel out. And he's like, well, you want to do a show Thursday? Shit, yeah, I want to do a show Thursday.
At least you didn't cancel like the day of, though.
No,
that's
no,
what
that
I'm
unless the only time I'll cancel last minute is if there's an emergency.
Right, and that's acceptable.
Yeah,
but like 20 minutes before you're supposed to be there, I overslept, man. No,
hang on, Stan, Scuba Steve style. He was wearing fucking Superman tights.
Wasn't he wearing a whole wetsuit? Because
Well,
he's
yeah,
a
but it was
Scuba
like-
Steve.
Yeah, it was like a whole wetsuit, but it looked more like a Superman kind of like tights thing with flippers and the scuba tank. But that's what we need to do. So I mean, I don't mind getting together with other entertainers across the spectrum and try to come up with some sort of a campaign to reach out to people and go places and hand out cards and and promote. I have no problem. I want that, but very few people are really interested in doing that. Listen, I know where you live, so I'll book you. I'm going to make sure it's convenient for you. Dude, Justin, I've traveled 1,200 miles to do a show.
I will walk 1,200 miles for comedy.
100 miles and What's funny is when we did when me and my son drove back, it was just me and him. And I found a station on Pandora that was like road trip sing-along radio. And it was like all songs like that. And that song played a couple times when you fucking rocked out to it.
I should just suck it up and pay for Pandora.
It's like $5 a month.
I know, and I listen to it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason why I was paying $5 a month was because I was using it as music before new connections.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want commercials playing. That's the only reason. And what's weird, when it was playing, when we first started doing it, like the first 2 shows I had, it was playing commercials.
Yeah.
For some reason, it still has my zip code as New York, so it was playing New York commercials.
That's what, when I put Pandora, it'll give me stuff for like Fort Lauderdale or whatever. Because
that's what zip code you have in there. And it was like my friend's owns an air conditioning company on Long Island, and it was running advertisements for his company, which is Ocean Air Services. Chris,
I don't know. I guess ads are supposed to be based on like your search history and stuff, but I don't know if that is true for Pandora.
No, Pandora gives you ads when you signed up, you had to put your zip code in.
Right.
And it gives you ads based on that zip code.
Oh, okay.
So even while I was here in Florida, it was playing Long Island ads. It was playing Bethpage Federal Credit Union ads. It was playing Ocean Air Services. Mike's watching.
My Mike?
Your Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Super Dave meets Superman. Yes, Super Dave meets Superman. That's the best description. Pandora used to be free. It still is free. You can listen to it free, but they have ads. Like every couple songs, you'll have an ad, and if you skip too many times, they tell you no. I paid for it's like $5 a month, and I can unlimited skips and some other and no commercials.
And you can download 4 of your favorite stations to listen for offline listening.
Yeah,
I did that. I did the trial because I wanted to not have commercials when I was doing a kids gig, and they were like, bring your own music. And I just put on Pandora like toddler radio, and it's all like the ABC song and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
Yeah, that came on
baby
too.
Shark, do 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 do. Baby shark.
I saw a meme
Yeah.
that was like Daddy Shark, but it was talking about it was like two sharks, but the little shark had a gag ball
Oh God.
because of Daddy Sharks.
I get it. That's funny. That's funny and relatable.
Yeah.
$5, you're a bowler. Yeah, buddy. I dropped that $5 a month on that.
I was thinking about it. I need to be able to hook up my Pandora to my Google Play account because I have this app that if you answer survey questions, they give you money that you can spend in the Google Play Store.
Okay.
So I need to figure out if I can use my Google Play credits to pay for my Pandora.
Okay. Oh, speaking of online shopping, I got to give a big shout out to Amazon, even though they're never going to hear this shit, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I love Amazon Prime. I love Amazon. It's so worth it for me because I order almost everything off of the internet because I'm lazy as fuck and I hate people. So I don't go to stores. So I had to buy a car cover for my Jeep because apparently it's a violation of county code to have a vehicle with an expired license plate in your driveway. And that's part of the whole shit that the guy's got to come and inspect for on Friday. But anyway, so I bought a car cover. So if you cover it, they can't see it's a violation. It's no longer a violation. So I ordered a car cover and I got an email today saying your package has been delivered. And I look and there's a picture of it sitting in front of my house.
That's classy.
Oh, I'm not done yet. So I go
okay.
outside to get it. And I actually sent Raj out to go get it. And he comes in. He's like, did you order a mirror? I'm like, what? Instead of a car cover for a 4-door Jeep Wrangler, they sent me a decorative wall mirror in a nice, shiny white frame. Like a fucking mirror. Like a mirror you'd put by your front door to look at your face before you walk out the door. Like that kind of mirror. Like not a car mirror. They didn't send me the wrong car cover. They sent me like a completely incorrect product in every way, shape, and form. So I called them up. Actually, they have a cool thing that you can get premium Googly Play. I think you just meant Google Play radio that's really similar to Pandora, and you can download as much music as your phone memory will hold access to. Ooh, that's good to know.
I don't want that. I want Pandora.
See, I like Pandora because they got stations, and I don't have to worry about downloading or disk space. But if I was making a specific playlist, that's actually a good thing. But so anyway, so I got a hold of Amazon, and they have a customer service feature where you like click it and they'll call you, whatever. So I said to the guy, I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, you calling in reference to the car cover? I said, yeah. He's like, well, what was wrong with it? Was it not delivered? I said, well, I got a delivery, just not what I ordered. He's like, what do you mean? So I explained to him what it was, and he credited me back it was $130 for the car. He credited, put it on a gift card. He's like, 2 hours, you should have the money back in your, on the gift card thing, and you can just, rebuy it or whatever. Which they took care of, Ricky Tick, they took care of it right away. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this fucking mirror? He's like, you can keep it. Like, sweet. Now, here's the thing. I almost want to look it up because the car cover was $129. I cannot see this mirror being $129.
It probably is.
Google Play has stations too. I'll look into it because I'm cheap and I wouldn't mind saving, $5 a month.
If you
I would pay premium for Googly Play. Stan, you're a fucking pervert. It was a typo.
I'll send you the app that I use. It asks you survey questions that you may or may not want to answer, but it gives you money and you can like spend it on movies or whatever.
Well, I mean, you don't have to answer it truthfully.
It yes and no, because some of them are like based on your location, so it'll ask you if you've like been to a certain place.
Yeah.
And then, but if you say no, it's going to start noticing that you weren't at that place.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, like one of the questions that I get a lot of after I visit a store is like, have you been to the following stores recently? And it'll be like Walmart, Target, JCPenney, whatever. And if you, based on your locations, if you haven't been to one of those, but you pick that one,
yeah,
then it'll stop giving you questions. So you have to answer it truthfully because it's based on your location too.
I remember where I go.
I know, but like you have to answer it truthfully because you can also say, no, I haven't been to any of these places recently or whatever.
I think I'm definitely going to check that out. The Googly Play. Sounds fun.
Google Play.
Googly Play.
Glue, glue.
So
Google.
I'm going to start wrapping up, but to the artists in the Tampa area that are listening, get with me. Let's see if we can put our heads together and not make it sound like a bowling alley and come up with some ideas on how to attract people outside of the performer community to come check out the shows. We need to that's what we're lacking. That's what we need. I don't know if anybody would be able to disagree with that, really. It's a shame. So, Nicole Olio,
Yes.
how you doing?
I'm good. I was
Alright.
going to send you the app.
Okay, yeah, send it to me.
And because Leela Bell asked me to send it to her too.
Okay. So you got some shows coming up?
Ladies and gentlemen of Fubar Weekly Podcast, listen up as I tell you all the amazing places I'm going to be performing this weekend. Friday is going to be at Acropolis in South Tampa, belly dancing from 7 p.m. Go-go dancing at Gaspar's Grotto in Ybor at 10:30. Saturday is Acropolis in St. Pete and Gaspar's Grotto. And we have a show coming up. There is a party that I'm going to be involved in coming in October. And then other than that, there's no big shows coming up, honestly. Come to Julian B. Lane Riverfront Park on Thursday. That's it.
Yeah. Do
Follow me
that.
on,
Do that. Okay.
So I was gonna say follow me on Instagram at Nicole_Raven and IKOLE_Raven. Like the bird.
Caw-caw. Okay, so a group of crows is called a murder, but what's a group of ravens called?
I thought that was also a murder.
Oh, okay. I got
What do you
tricked.
call a group of murderers?
Death row.
What? Sorry.
So well, I got tricked by that once. There was the headline of the video was Austin police captures murder live on video. So I click on it. I'm fucking watching it. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And you see birds like flying from branch to branch. I'm like, what the fuck? It took me like 4 or 5 times of watching it, trying to see the murder, and it was just the fucking birds in the tree. Fucking jerks. As far as my schedule, I've slowed down a bit for this month, which is a-okay because I got a tremendous amount of stuff going on. I just got a thing to produce another audio book, which is actually going to take a lot of time. I really have a week to do it. Let me look at my schedule to see what's going on. Upcoming shows. Okay, so we did Coconuts on the 14th of February. Jesus Christ, I'm putting us up too far. On the 14th of July, I will be doing the Dirty at 9:30 at Del Mar in St. Pete. For those of you who are planning, even though it's probably nobody, going to the show at Gators in Umatilla on the 27th, that I have been bumped to October. So forget about that one. And on August 1st, I will be at Broadway Comedy Club in beautiful Midtown Manhattan. You should come to that show because it's going to be a killer lineup. Whole bunch of comics I've never worked with before but they are amazing people. I've been able to ascertain. And a new breaking news type announcement. On August 11th, Sunday, I will be returning to Del Mar in St. Pete. We're going to basically infiltrate the Dirty at 9:30 show with the Tampa Bay Comedy Fight Club. Yes, boys and girls, we're roasting again. Yeah. So, come out to that. That's going to be a free admission show. Comedians being horrible to each other, hugging it out at the end. That's I'm very excited for that. So come out to that. That's going to be so much fun. It's going to be in St. Pete. So I'm going to get there early. I'm going to be barking. I'm hosting it, and it's going to be a great time. We're still looking for roasters. So we have some room on the roaster roster. So if you want to be a roaster,
When is that going to be again?
That is going to be Sunday, the 11th of August. Okay. Sunday night, 9:30 show. So I appreciate Dick Gordon for letting us use their show time and space for that. It's going to be part of their Skits and Giggles showcase. So I'm very excited about that. Aside from that, I don't believe I have anything. The only other thing is I got to set out the details, but the second weekend in September, I will be back on Long Island, not doing a comedy show. I will be the fucking Tooth Fairy. Doing a fundraiser for my good friend Carol Ann, raising money for lymphoma, the Lymphoma Foundation. Her husband passed away at the age, I believe, of 35 from lymphoma. From what I hear, he was a wonderful guy. She's an awesome girl. So I like to do my part. Actually, that brings me to one thing is giving back to the community. I want to touch on giving back. July 4th. I was in New York, and I went to the Port Jefferson 4th of July parade. And one thing I miss from being on Long Island is seeing the volunteer fire department and giving back to the community. One thing that all of us should do to some level is give back to the community. Now, I'm not saying everybody should become a volunteer firefighter, but on Long Island, that's the thing, is they're all volleys. And, to some level, give back, donate your time and talents to raise money for good causes and do good things and try to be a positive, influence to the community. Even me, I don't walk around being an asshole 99.9% of the day. It's like 98% of the day. But that 2%, I try to be a good person and do good things. So everybody should try and do that. And, watching the firefighters all marching and realizing that they're all volunteer. They're all volunteering their time to train and to respond to emergencies. It's kind of amazing when you look and you see how many people. And my brother is a volunteer fire chief on Long Island. He's an assistant chief in the Mount Sinai Fire Department. And he said that their membership is down. A lot of young people don't want to donate that time. If you're on Long Island, donate the time. Encourage young people to donate their time and volunteer for their community, especially on Long Island with the volunteer firefighters. There are a lot of perks. You do get a New York State pension. There's a lot of perks at the firehouse. They got big screen TVs, game consoles, bars. They have, if you're in Quorum, they got the fucking Taj Mahal, which I think has fucking pools and hot tubs and workout facilities. You don't have to join a gym, volunteer some time putting out fires, and you get a lot of perks, and you're giving back to the community. There's a lot of events that you participate in, and it's a brotherhood. So not just volunteer fire, but go donate your time, donate some money, do good things, and help the community is my thing.
Yeah,
motherfuckers. Oh, by the way, follow my ass on social media: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, at Real Roger Nelson. Don't fuck with that fake Roger Nelson, because he's a dick. And if you're finding prints, you're in the wrong place. Turn around and go back, because that guy's dead.
You have a website now.
Oh yes, I have a website now. You can come check it out. There's really not much there. Still trying to get that together, because again, I'm not really that good with the social media, and I'm kind of lazy. But it is rogersbigmouth.com, promoting this big mouth, not only comedy, but my recent endeavor into voice acting, which is not really going that great, but I'm learning. I'm new, I'm green, and there's a lot. I'm good for the announcer type. You
got a good voice for it.
Thank you. But what I'm trying to work on is, characters and actually performing more so than just announce. Like I just got a deal to do produce an audiobook. It's a pretty good length book, but it's nonfiction. I do a lot of nonfiction stuff. So it's just basically reading out loud. I'm not doing characters. I'm not doing voices. I'm just explaining things that somebody else wrote.
In the future,
yeah,
in future FUBAR shows,
yeah,
do you want to do some like improv exercises?
We can.
If you want.
I'm not opposed to it.
Because I feel like practicing in your house is one thing, but like practicing against other people is
yeah. But when I'm not doing that kind of acting where I'm with someone else. Like everything I do is in a little tiny porta potty sized chamber that's
that
got no lights. Well,
I know.
I built it.
I know. It's the way you said it.
But it's the size of a fucking porta potty. It actually might be a little. It's like a handicap porta potty.
Well, maybe not like going against each other, but like I'll be like, I don't know, you're a pirate in a pet store looking to buy a pet parrot. So you have to like say something.
I have a good racist joke about that, but I'll tell you off the air. A pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel hanging at the front of his pants. Bartender says to him, "Hey, you got a steering wheel hanging at the front of your pants?" He says, "Arr, and it's driving me nuts."
I love that joke. I've heard all the pirate jokes.
Talking about the voice acting stuff. One of the auditions I did a couple days ago. Have you approached agencies to represent you for your voice work? Not yet. I don't know of any that are be willing to work with me. But if you know of any, then send them my way. I'll definitely approach them. One of the things I just did, which I recorded the audition, and then I was thinking about it later. I'm like, that this could be a fucked up kind of thing. It was for an alarm system company, and does alarms, and it is a pre-recorded PA announcement for an active shooter.
Oh wow!
and it's saying, emergency, an active shooter has been reported on site. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, my voice could end up being the last thing somebody hears in a situation like that.
That's a lot of pressure.
No shit. That like kind of like, oh my God. So I made sure I did it like really sexy so they'd at least be turned on. That is so fucking bad. No, I did my professional thing. Emergency. An active shooter has been reported on site. I repeat, an active shooter has been reported on site. Please turn your radio to whatever. That type stuff. But yeah. So if I find of an agency that represents voice artists, I would gladly entertain all offers. Yeah. So that's that for that. Did I miss anything? Anything else you'd like to add?
Be
No?
nice to people. Don't hurt animals.
True.
If you see a duck crossing the road, just honk at it a little bit. Wait for it to move. Don't try to run it over or scare it.
Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong. I've told you the story about the Ybor chicken on my hood, right?
No. Do I want to know?
It's fucking hilarious. I'll tell you guys this story real quick because it's amusing. Okay, so one of the very first times I ever went to the Improv, I parked in the parking garage, the 15th Street parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
And I come out, and I was on when you first pull in from, I forget what street it is. It's like a ramp going up, but there's parking spaces along it. I parked on one of those spots, go up the ramp. And I go to get in my car, and there's a fucking rooster on the hood of my truck. What the fuck? So I'm like yelling at it, trying to get it to commit. It's like, I'm not fucking moving. Like, I'm not fucking moving. I got in the car, fucking slammed the door, and it kind of just like looked and fuck you.
Do you know that the roosters are generally nicer than the hens?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why, but they're nicer. The hens are, I think, because the hens are more like protective of their young, even if they don't have young around them, like more defensive.
Okay.
Like normal people.
So I get in the car, slam the door, nothing. Beep in the horn, nothing. Fire it up, nothing. Put it in reverse, start backing up, nothing. This fucking thing wasn't moving.
Was he sitting or standing?
Sitting.
Oh,
He was
okay.
just sitting on the fucking hood of my Jeep. So I back up out of the parking space and I'm like tapping the brakes as I'm going, trying to like shake it and get it annoyed. Nothing. So I back out of the space and I start rolling down towards. I'm like, eventually he's gonna decide to go, and I'll just be not going fast so I can stop and he doesn't get hurt. He don't want to fucking go. So I'm like rolling as my truck sticks. So just let off the brakes. So I'm rolling and I'll just like tap the brakes and like keep sliding closer and closer to the hood.
Poor baby.
So I see a bunch of guys getting out of a truck, a car. So I roll down my window. I'm like, I point to the rooster. I'm like, hey, any of you guys know how to get this cock off? And as I said, I realized it was a carload of gay guys, which was just fucking funny. And they'll like look like, oh, it's like your hood is not moving. I'm like, so I just kept like tapping the brakes till I got to the edge, and then I kind of like jumped off and walked away.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, you fucking cock.
You probably could have just picked him up and moved him.
Yeah, I don't want to get. I don't know what those kind of rabies and shit those things got.
Do you know that I had like pseudo adopted a rooster in Ybor. He would follow me and wait for me by my car. He got adopted.
It's almost creepy.
Why is he creepy?
Because he's following you around and shit.
Well, I mean, I would pet him.
Oh.
I would pet him, and so he'd probably be like, "Hey, that's that bitch who pets me. I'm gonna go get some pets from her."
The elementary school my kids go, I didn't drive my daughter this year. She took the bus. She wanted to take the bus, but I used to drop my kids off and pick them up every day. And like one of the people there just had roosters. So like the roosters are always milling around. They would like just come up next to my car door and just like look at me.
They're cute.
And then they walk away.
They're cute. I love them. I love roosters.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. So anyway, that's the show, kids. We appreciate you. We do this every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. FUBAR Weekly Show. Follow us, like us, subscribe, share, tell everybody you know. Shout it from the mountaintops. Etch it in stone, send smoke signals, Morse code. Fuck, write it in Braille. I don't care.
Tell your mom to tell her friends.
Yeah, that's right. And if they're hot, just, send them my way. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's the show for tonight, kids. I appreciate you listening. Tune in again next week. Nicole, what you got to say?
FUBAR out.